Good evening, everyone. I'm Kim. I'll be your moderator for tonight. I'm sure a few of you have been here quite a number of times, and some of you might be your first time, but no worries, I'll introduce again. So I'll go straight into introducing who we are and what we do. So as you can see on the screen, we are Nespace, right? Generally Nespace. So we started off as a co-working space, and we're actually still currently running or operating as a co-working space. So if you're interested for a day pass, monthly pass, do contact us, yeah, through the WhatsApp that you received the message from. Okay, but that's not what we're about today. Today, I would like to divert your attention a little bit towards a new branch that we have, which is Nespace Clubhouse. I think majority of you are not the first time here, so you'll probably be familiar with Nespace Clubhouse, where we have, again, our series called Ask Away. So where our goal is to, we get speakers in, so you can ask any of your problems. Just we provide a platform where you can ask as many questions as you want to our speakers, our professionals, and they will try to answer the best way possible. Okay, but disclaimer again, our coaches are not here to answer or to solve your problems, but they are more of here to try to lead you to the right place or try to lead you to the correct directions of how you can solve your problem. Okay, so that's just a disclaimer, and also we have different sessions every week, so you can head over to our website to find out more, all right, for our following sessions. Okay, without wasting any more time, I'll just pass to Ilza, our speaker for today, recognized speaker, to introduce herself. Go ahead, Ilza.
All right. Hello, everyone. I can see people that have been put in the chat that this is not one first time. So hello again. Hello to the new people here. My name is Belza. So I am a licensed counselor. I think you can all read my description on the screen there. But yeah, so I specialize in couple family therapy. I guess that's why I'm here tonight, is to share my knowledge of my experiences in the world of therapy. So yeah, so I do a lot of relationship work, trauma work, and sexual health issues work. So yeah, I just a disclaimer, tonight is not a therapy session. So it's a knowledge sharing session from my side to you. So hopefully we can get as much knowledge as we can in this 1 hour. Nice to meet everyone today.
Right, thank you, Ilza. Okay, moving on. So as you can see on the screen, for those who are new here, here's a platform that we use called Slido, where you can scan the QR or actually go to slido.com and key in the code on the screen, 3422060, and you can ask any questions you want anonymously. And especially, I think, in terms of relationships, I think a lot of times the problems are very personal or very private. So do use this chance to ask your questions here because they are anonymous. Even I don't know, as the admin, we don't know who are the one asking the questions. So do use this platform as much as you can. Okay, just ask away, and don't worry. The QR will be shown at the corner of the screen later, so you can scan at any time if you have a follow-up question or have any additional questions. Okay, without wasting any time, we'll go straight into the questions. And again, let me show you. All right, these questions are the ones that were from the form where you registered. So if your questions are here, do take note and listen to the answer that Filza would give. Okay, so let's not waste any time. We'll move straight to the question. Okay, moving on to the first question on the screen over here. How to improve intimacy and spice things up with partner to make the relationship less boring? Go ahead, Filza.
Wow, what a tough first question, huh? All right. So again, a disclaimer. This is a judgment-free space, so there's no ridiculous question, there's no weird questions, nothing like that. So yeah, so let's see the question number 1, how to improve intimacy and spice things up with partner to make relationship less boring. Okay, so let's see first. This is a very interesting question because it seems that this person see the relationship as something that is boring. So usually the word boring here probably means something that is repetitive, something that is mundane, something that you do every day. So probably that's where the word boring comes in, yeah? So usually how do we go about it is that, when we have something boring or something mundane or repetitive, what's the opposite of that? To try something new, right? To try something new. So that is it. So usually the formula here is the theory that I'll use here probably just to know your love language, right? I'm not sure if everyone knows here the 5 love language. This is where we can start, because when we know our own love language, it's easy to know what we like or what you're comfortable with. Yeah. So for example, probably if your love language is physical touch, and your partner love language is words of affirmation. Okay, just take this in love language. You can Google it when I say this thing. So probably you can. This is when you can start something new, right? For example, physical touch. When was the last time you hugged your partner? When was the last time you kissed your partner? Right? This is where you can spice things up, right? So if your partner loves gifts, right? But you never give gifts to your partner. Or probably it's been a long time, lah. Probably the last time you give gift is like, 2, 3 years ago. So from this is the time, right? So this is where you have to think of something new, but start with what you and your partner like. It doesn't mean other couples like that. You would like that. Doesn't mean other couple like, suddenly, right? People like to travel. Oh, that couple is traveling. Then you need to travel, but you don't like traveling, right? So get to know your partner and know yourself. And this is where you can try something new, but start from low bench. Start from getting to know, get that assessment done. There's a free assessment online, and then you'll know where to start, hopefully. So yeah, let's move on to the next one.
Good advice. Okay, we'll go to the next one. I feel that I will forget how to interact with my partner once he's back from overseas. The LDR is making things awkward. So the question is
Okay.
go ahead.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I think I can hear some anxiety here when this person said that I think that I will forget how to interact. So I don't think this has happened, but probably it's coming from a place of anxiety, right? Because I understand LDR is hard, especially when, because it's hard. How do you touch your partner? How do you give gifts? How do you, probably the most thing that you can do is to use some verbal words of affirmation, right? So this is where, again, communication, verbal, again, communication needs to happen a lot, right? Because this is the only thing, right? Right now, there's a lot of ways to LDR, you can video call, you can do a lot of things. I think there's an app also now. I think one of my clients, I use an app for LDR. I forget what's the word, what was the name of the app. But there's a lot of ways, but you have to communicate. For example, now, this person said that they feel that you'll forget how to interact. So how do you not forget? You have to interact more, right? You have to interact, right? You have to push yourself, even though it's hard, even though probably it's a different time zone or you have different schedule, but you have to put in your scheduling or in your timetable or from your Google Calendar, this is the time where I need to interact with my partner. I have to put a second. Because going back to the 5 love language, you can actually do all of them. Probably except for physical touch, because it's a bit, I don't know if you can do that now, but well, for giving gifts, words of affirmation, quality time, you still can do it, right? But it's harder, yes, but it's not impossible. I hope I answer your question.
All right, great. Okay, we're going to the next question. I think this question is more of someone who's not together yet, want to be together. So why is it so hard to dine on a date? Go ahead.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know you. So the reason why I don't know you, because you know yourself. Why is it hard? You have to ask yourself this. Is there an anxiety there? Is it because of, again, this is assumptions, because I don't know you. Probably is it because of anxiety, or is it because of low self-esteem, right? Or is it because fear of rejection? Why? Right? This is where you have to dig deeper and ask yourself. And if it's hard to ask yourself, go for therapy, because sometimes this can be quite it can be an issue, right? Because nervous is normal, right? Of course, if you want to ask someone out on a date, there must be there's a tinge of nervousness there. But Is it to the point that you can't, there's something there, So usually I would prefer this person if this is something deeper than nervousness, that you have to go and seek professional help. So again, because I don't know you, but there's hundreds of assumptions here. Yeah. So there's no one answer for this actually. Yeah, that's my answer.
Yeah. Okay. So then, let me move on to the next one. So again, if you have probably a follow-up statement or like to clarify more, just go to slide.
Yeah.
On the screen,
Go ahead.
scan the Slido and then go there and put in your follow-up question. Okay, we're going to question number 4. Ways to improve sexual inactivity.
Amazing question. Amazing question. This is an amazing question because a lot of us are actually experiencing this, but we don't ask questions, right? Because we feel that this is something that should not be asked. Right? So again, amazing question. Yeah, it's like a taboo, but it should not be a taboo because everyone has sex. So ways to improve sexual activity. This can go 2 ways, right? It can be is it because of medical reason or is it because of psychological reason? So you have to look at this both ways, right? Because some people think that it is psychological, but sometimes it is more medical, right? So I'm not sure what does it mean by sexual inactivity. Is it not having sex at all? Or you can't perform? Or you can't, I don't know, right? You can't start or, so, or you can't finish, right? That this is all under sexual inactivity. Or there's no activity at all, right? So I really don't know what it means by this question, but again, it can look in both ways. I would usually my suggestion is to go for the medical reason first, right? Look at that first. And if the doctor say you're good, there's nothing, there's nothing there, then you go under psychology. It's just easier like that, right? So yeah, so under psychological, probably some again assumptions. Some of the reasons why such sexual inactivity is there, probably because of anxiety, right? Because you need, there's an anxiety to perform or performance anxiety, we call it, right? Or probably there's other issues, right? Like burnout at work can affect sexual life, right? Or just having family issues, or probably you have other mental health issues affect also sexual activity in your life, right? So when this person asks ways to improve, you have to go to why first, and then we know how to improve, right? And again, ways to improve cannot only just be about you, but it's also be about the others as well, right? There's a lot of ways to improve, start with foreplay, right? And then sex itself, and then the aftercare, right? So there's three categories. I can talk about this for hours, serious, but yeah, so that's how we go about it, right? But yeah, so I'm not sure if there's any sexual related question here, but just want to share with you all. Foreplay doesn't start 10 minutes before sex round. Foreplay starts after the last sex finished. That's when the foreplay for the next one starts, right?
Yeah.
Because we always have this thing of foreplay starts 15 minutes before. That's when, you're trying to get the mood on. No. Foreplay, you have to start after the last side start, finish, the last side finish, then you have to start the next one, right? It can be as simple as, praising your partner out of the blue, or just, just hugging them in the public, or kissing them in the public, or just give them a random gift in a random Tuesday afternoon. You see, this is all foreplay, right? Right? Foreplay is not just 10 minutes before. Okay? So these are some ways, right? But like I said, please go first to the roots of the issue. What is the roots of the issue? Is it medical or is it psychological? Okay? All right.
All right. Yeah, I hope the person was here to listen to that. I understand. Also, hope that everyone took that. Right. I think that's the only sexual question that we have this time. It
Oh,
looks
is
like
it? Okay.
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 Oh, can't remember, but we'll try again after this. Okay, we'll go on to the next question. Uh, yeah. Okay. What are keys to finding the right one? But I think before you answer that, do
I
you
think
believe
so.
in?
Or is it? No. I think too I think I'm too scientific to believe that we have that right one. But I understand the concept is very enticing, right? The concept of finding the right one, that right person that is meant for you is wonderful, right? But the thing is here, coming from a more scientific perspective, in order to find the right one, you need to know yourself first. You need to sort out yourself first. You need to know you are the one first. Do you get me? Right? Because if that person is the one, meaning that you are the one too for that person. Am I making sense here? Right? So you have to get to know yourself first, because when you get to know yourself, right? When this is the analogy here. How do you when you want to get to know a person to get to know another person, you want to know everything, right? Like probably from the start of birth, since like today, right? That's something that you want to know, right? Sin, treat yourself like that too. Like, get to know yourself too, like that, because there'll be a sort of tension there if that person is just wonderful by amazing person, for example, for you, but you haven't sought yourself out, the relationship will not work. That's how it is, right? Because if that person is the one, whatever that is, but if you haven't sought out yourself, even if you have found the right one, the relationship will not work. This is the problem usually. People, we tend to focus on the other person compared to ourselves, because we want the other person to be the best one, the right one, but are we the right one for that person?
Yeah, because
That's getting
yeah,
deep. But yeah, I hope you understand what I'm saying.
yeah. I think it makes sense. Yes, correct. Okay. Before I move on to question number 6, just to remind everyone again, you can go on to Slido. On the top right of the screen, you can scan the QR code, or also key in the code and ask your questions. Right, ask any questions that you want through that link. Okay, currently there are 4 questions waiting for you already with us, so hopefully there are not too many for you to answer. But again, if you do have any questions, just go ahead and ask. Okay, we'll go on to number 6. We always fight. Very common relationships. Everyone loves to fight and ask away. And there is no communication after. We are sweeping things under the rug. Is this okay? Go ahead.
Um, Let me answer that. Is this okay? No, it's not. Is this okay? This is a direct question. No, it's not. Sweeping things under the rug is never okay. You should not sweep things under the rug. You should vacuum it, just and then throw it out in the bin. You should not sweep things under the rug. Because what happened when you sweep things under the rug is gonna be like this, right? The rug is like this, and when you put things in, and then you know, and then you'll see things under the rug. Because there's too much things I've put under that. That's why in a lot of relationship you can see that they have been accumulating a lot of things, right? And then one day boom, they go boom. And then things from 10 years ago. Wow. Right? Ni 10 tahun lepas I dah cakap dah ni, for example. 5 years back, I know that's why I need, you see that. So that's a problem about sweeping things under the rug, right? But just to go deeper into this question, this is a really good question actually, because sweeping things under the rug, it's actually according to research, it's more common in Asian culture, because we are not the vocal type of people, right? We are quite shy. We are not good with confrontation. Completely understandable, right? That's what we have to understand first. Okay, for example, there's two in a relationship. There's two person in a relationship, right? If you're not in a polyamorous relationship, there's two. Okay, there's two people. So if you are the one that keeps sweeping things under the rug, for example, understand first, why am I sweeping things under the rug? This is where therapy helps. Because when you go to the root of the problem, right, then you will understand the things better, and it's easier for you to stop it. Because if I tell you today to this person, oh, you sweep things under the rug, is it? Esok tak kaya buat dah. Tomorrow you stop. You're not gonna stop relationship. You're not, because this is like a default thing. It's a default action when you are in the heat of the moment. You just want to go to, because you get so uncomfortable. This is the thing about sweeping under the rug. You sweep things because you get so uncomfortable with the situation. You want things to get better so fast, right? Why are you like that? What's the real issue there? So if you understand yourself more, then it's easier to manage and to stop this behavior. Okay?
Yeah. All right. Okay. We'll go on to the next slide. Just one second.
Let's go.
Okay. Okay, the questions I think on the second slide are a bit heavier. But yeah, I've been single for 7 years now and have the fear of forever be alone and at the same time scared of loving. Yeah, go ahead, Guza.
Amazing question actually, because a lot of people actually have experienced this. They feel this and they don't know what to do about having the fear of being forever alone, but at the same time, they're scared of loving. This usually goes back to something that we call your attachment style. Okay, Google it. I'm going to say it again. Attachment style, right? So this is a theory in psychology. So there's 4 types of attachment style, right? You can Google it. I'm going to go very slow so you can Google it. So what the theory is talking about is that we have how we form relationship, right? How we form romantic relationship with people rooted back to how we were treated in childhood. Okay? So this fear of being alone, go back to your childhood, what happened there? Right? Is there anxiety there? Where does this anxiety comes from? Right? Where does anxiety comes from? Right? It can be probably, oh, it's because common, yeah, or because that one time my boyfriend cheated on me, that's why I'm scared, right? But there are a lot of people that have been cheated on, but they are okay with having a relationship again after that. Do you see that? It's not as easy as I've been cheated on, I will not be trusting, I will never trust someone in a relationship. It's not as simple as that. It goes way back, it goes way back. Because this, what we call trust issue, is not developed when we're adults. It's usually developed when we were a child. We usually start when we were 5. Right? We go back to that. Because this is a very tough question for me to answer again, because again, I don't know you, but this is a wonderful question to explore more in therapy. Right? Because trust me, if you keep this question with yourself, you will not find anything. You'll still be like this. Even if you are in a relationship, you will still feel like this. Right? Okay? Go to the next one.
Yeah, all right, great. We'll go on to the next question. My boyfriend gets jealous whenever I'm with other guys, even if there are girls around. we will always argue. I can't find the solution to work for this. What would you say? Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Um. Okay. Let me just go deeper into the attachment style, right? Because there's 4 types of attachment style here. There's anxious attachment style. There's avoidant. Yes. There's fearful avoidant, and there's secure, which is the best one. Secure is the ideal one, right? So to answer this question, probably your boyfriend, usually lah, right? People that always get jealous or have anxiety of you leaving for someone else, right? This is where it's rooted, because we have to understand usually people that get jealous easily because they have this fear that you will leave them. Usually, right? Again, I don't know you. This is just based on common knowledge. Probably because they have anxious attachment style, right? And they have to work on their anxious attachment style, right? Again, where do they get this anxious attachment style? Probably from way back, from their childhood, probably. Probably their parents, usually, right? Again, I'm not talking this is about your boyfriend, but probably something happened that if you do something, then that person will leave you, right? That things have to be perfect. If not, that person will leave you. This is anxious attachment style, right? For avoidant, I'm not going to talk about avoidant. Let's talk about anxious, because this is more, I'm sharing more anxious attachment style, right? So work through it with your boyfriend. Because usually, right, correct me if I'm wrong, usually when the boyfriend that gets jealous easily and the girl will say, hey, I don't have anything. I know there's nothing going on. Who are you to, tell me who I can talk to or not? Things like that. And then you get defensive, right? This is where empathy needs to be in, right? Sit down with your boyfriend, talk to him. Why do you get jealous so easily? Not in a defensive mode, yeah? Please don't be in a defensive mode. Be in a calming, loving mode whereby you want to understand your partners. That is a place where you are from, right? Okay, you get jealous very easily. How do we go about that? Because I need to see these people every day because they are my colleagues, for example. I can't, shut them out,
Yeah.
So how can I, this is where you can work together. But I understand some people, they just cannot work with I guess, with this part of themselves. So I guess this is journey of them, and sometimes it's not your battle. It's their battle actually. But you can be with them if they want you to. Okay?
Right. I think that's good advice. Okay, we'll go on to the next one. My wife likes to raise her voice to me in front of our children whenever she gets angry. This is affect my children. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is a different question, but going back, yes, to attachment style. That's why I said it's rooted back in our childhood, right? Asian parents, for example, I'm not talking about this person. Asian parents, there are a lot of them that likes to shout, right? That likes to shout. This would definitely affect the child. This would definitely affect the children. This is just science, right? I can't say that probably your children wouldn't be affected. They'll be okay. No, right? Because children, although they look like they don't understand, but what they understand is that they understand emotion. Even for a 1-year-old. That's why if a 1-year-old, you give them like a stern looking face, they'll cry. Because they understand emotion. What more the high-pitched voice, for example. They will understand that. Right? So yes, the children will. That's just science, right? So what can you do as the husband, I guess? I'm assuming this is the husband asking, or probably the wife asking, right? I'm not sure. But this person asking, Now, what can you do is that you can sit down with your wife and tell her that probably this is something that I need to work on, right? Is this something that, but again, ask her first, is this something that we can work on, right? Because, and again, if we can't work on this together, go to couples therapy, right? Because, again, your child will be affected if they are living in an environment whereby the parents are always shouting, of course. All right? Oh, yeah. So that's my answer.
Okay, we got to the next one. Oh, this is a bit heavy and also a bit probably pity, yeah, right? So I divorced my partner of 32 years. How do I start over?
You can start from anywhere, actually. You can start from anywhere because this is a new journey. There's no one way to start about it just because you divorced your partner of 32 years. I'm not sure how old are you, but you can start from anywhere, right? If you want to take time, also can. If you want to start and you feel that you're ready to start with zero expectation. That's what I'm 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 giving you here, right? But of course, with you, you have that I guess that experience, right? So that is it's a privilege to have that 32 years of experience, right? But start with zero expectation because just remind yourself that the new person that I'm seeing or dating or meeting tonight is a different person from my ex. You have to remember this again and again because a lot of people is then they start comparing, right? Oh, but my ex are different. No, don't start comparing because again, how many people do have in the world? 7 billion, 8 billion people in the world. Everyone has different. Everyone is different, right? Even though you think, oh, they have similar personality, but they are still different, right? So this is where you can explore because probably when you start dating your ex 13 years ago, you're a different person. But now you're a different person. You must have evolved as a human being. So you can start from anywhere actually. Yeah, just explore first what you like. Because it doesn't mean 32, 33 years I like this now, I have to like this too. No. You can change. Go ahead. We evolve as a human being. And that's okay.
All right, great.
Right?
We're going to the next one. This also relates back a little bit to children. Does my childhood trauma affect the way I see relationships? And how do I overcome fears of this? Go ahead.
Yes. 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 Your childhood trauma does affect you in your relationship, like I said, in an attachment style. So that's really good. We have a lot of questions on attachment style tonight. Yes. Right? Any trauma. Traumas here doesn't mean big trauma, right? Like, like probably some sexual assault, rape, it doesn't have to be big trauma. It can be, this is, again, this is the way relationship, in the context of relationship. Trauma from the childhood can mean you are being abandoned when you feel unseen at home because your parents are disabled, right? Or you got a B in math today and then your mother doesn't speak to you for a month. That can be that is a trauma for children, right? So because of this childhood trauma, right, it would affect the way you see relationship. Because why? Why? Okay, why? As a child, as a human, who are the first people that we form relationship? Our parents, right? They are the first people, right? Or our caregivers. So that's why our first relationship are very important to shape our other relationships in the future, right? So how do we overcome this fear? So probably this person has anxious attachment style, right? How do you overcome this fear? You have to go to therapy. That's one. But what you do in therapy is that usually what we do is that you need to be aware first of your fears. For example, um, my partner doesn't reply to my text. When was the last time you text your partner 5 minutes ago? You see that. And people like, oh, why are you like this? But that is valid, that is actually valid. That 5 minutes of anxiety comes from somewhere. Although some people think that you're ridiculous. Oh, I okay je my partner tak reply me for 1 week. Okay, that's you. That's not me, right? It's different. Right? So how do you overcome it? Is again you have to be aware of all the trauma first and all the effect of the trauma, and then we can move to secure attachment style. Because secure attachment style is when you don't have anxiety anymore in a relationship. It sounds amazing, isn't it? You don't have fear, even though you know that your partner, there's a possibility that my partner will cheat on me, but I know I'll be okay because I still have myself. That is secure. Secure doesn't mean that my partner will never cheat, my partner is perfect. No, yeah. Secure means that you are so secure with yourself that you are able to give back to the other partner. And if the other partner hurts you, you know how to manage yourself. That is secure. All right? Let's go to the last one.
Okay, we've gone to the last one. 1 second. Okay, I'm not lagging. Can you hear me clearly?
You're not lagging.
I am good. Okay, my girlfriend is having severe mental issues, and I have been trying my best to accommodate. It has taken a toll on my mental health too, and I don't think I can take it any longer. Go ahead, Filza. What is your opinion on this?
Valid question. Amazing question. Yes, this is a very common issue now, especially now we are more aware of mental health. And what happened if our partner has severe mental health issues, right? And you have to be there for them, but then you're also tired, which is completely valid, right? Imagine you are with a caregiver here, right? You are a caregiver actually, right? Because you are taking care of a person that is sick, right? That is sick. And it is tiring, right? And people don't give enough credits to the caregivers of mental health issues. That we always talk about people that are taking care of people that have physical health issues, but not mental health issues. It is tiring and it is valid. And it is completely normal if your mental health is also affected. You are not weak if your mental health is affected, because it is a tiring job. It is a job because I say it's a job because there's actually a profession to take care of mental health patients, but you are doing it. So, but actually, got the cost out. So yeah, so you're not weak, okay?
You know, all right. I think Filza has been answering too many questions. No, this is take our time.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, no. I would actually be thinking so. But actually, I haven't coughed like nearly 1 hour. So that's it. So it's such an achievement. So yes, you're not weak. So my point here is to know your limits too, right? So firstly, my advice is to really understand your partner's or your girlfriend in this case mental health issues, right? What is it? Is it depression? Is it anxiety? Probably it's schizophrenia, or is it borderline personality disorder, OCD? There's a lot of it, right? Please understand the condition first. Please understand it first. Because sometimes we think that we know, but we really don't. To understand first. And please understand not just from the Google's perspective, but please understand it from your girlfriend's perspective also. Because this, again, for example, this depression can look different to a lot of people, right? And see where your limit is. For example, if your girlfriend has, let's just, I will take depression as well. Example, she is depressed 3 times a week. And you know the third time, that's when you get really burned out, right? So you can sit down and talk to your girlfriend that, hey, I love you, but I also have to take care of myself. So probably, can can your friend help you here while I get away for a bit for like 1 hour, 2 hour outside, for example, right? Because a lot of us, we don't know when to stop and set some boundaries, right? So please know your limit. Again, limits are different for everyone, right?
Yeah.
You should rest too. For this person, you should rest too. Okay?
All right, great. I think that's great advice.
Right.
Okay, let's take a very quick break while I explain our upcoming events. So, Filza, just take a break before we go on to Slido. So, everyone do hang tight. We'll go on to your Slido questions. But before that, let me just go for our next romantic class. You can see on the screen. So, for our next event, which is actually this Saturday, you can join us physically, 29th of October. It is from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Space. In person is at Damansara Utama at our location. And it's actually for you to learn helpful tips to build deeper connections and to improve your romantic intimacy with your partner, right, through your sessions. And it is especially important for long-term couples looking to reignite the spark. So only for now, it is only for RM50 per couple, which regularly is RM160 per couple, and we also have RM30 for the solo pass. Not only that, people on Zoom today, if you are here, if you're going with your partner, you can actually use a code, which I'm going to read out to you now. I will put in the chat a voucher code. You can key it when you register. Is SAVE20. You can get additional 20% off, 20 ringgit off, which will only be 30 ringgit per couple if you use the SAVE20 code now. So you can register through the link that I'm going to send a chat box as well. If you're interested, this weekend, bring your partner together, use the code SAVE20, and it's only 30 ringgit per couple. They can use this code, and it's a 2-hour session with our relationship coach. Okay, I'll move on to the next slide, which is our one-to-one sessions as well. So if you're looking for a coach or a counselor, you can book your one-to-one sessions with us now. Contact us at the number. You can see the number on the screen. Do screenshot it now if you want to contact us. And our price ranges from 150 ringgit to 250 ringgit per session. And we hope you can find your right coach. All right, so just do contact us and we'll help lead you to find the right coach for you. Okay, so that is all for this slide. Just give me 1 second. I will... Hold on, yeah. We go to Slido. And this time, we have 5 questions of Slido. We'll try to answer all, wrap it up real quick, and then get end this session. Just give me 1 second. Loading. Okay, I hope you can see my screen.
Yep.
Okay, great. Okay, we'll start with the first question. Do I need therapy to get through my childhood trauma? Go ahead.
Yes, you need. Yes, it's really helpful if you go to therapy for your childhood trauma, because this is something that you should not process alone. And it can be quite harmful if you process alone, right? So this is where you can stop from passing down the trauma to your children if you're going to have children, right? Because when you do this with the therapy for child trauma, it's not just for you, it's for your future generations, right? It's for even if it's not your children, your nieces and nephews, right? So yeah, please, if you're open and you are comfortable, please, hopefully you will find a good therapist for yourself where you can open up and find some ways to work with the childhood trauma and process it. Yeah, go for it.
Right, if you cannot find a therapist, you can always contact Nestle.
Yes, of course.
All right. Okay, we're going to the next one. What are steps? Okay, there's only 4 more. Try to wrap up 4 more. What are steps I can sort myself out to be ready to find the one?
Right.
I think this.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember. I said like the earlier question just now, right? What are steps I can sort myself out? again, I just want to like repeat what I said, but get one people here. You have to get to know yourself. When I say it sounds really cliche, but in my language, get to know yourself meaning you need to be aware of yourself. You need to be aware not just your strengths, your weakness. You need to be aware of your habits. You need to be aware of everything, your responses to people, everything. And not only be aware, not just, oh, I do that. Okay, be aware meaning that you go back to the root issue. Why am I like that? Hmm. So you guys, I'm not as healthy today. So yeah. So that is where therapy help and personality assessment also would help you. Yeah. You can take personality assessment actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I hope you're okay.
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm just fucking a nut today, so I want my body to be surprised.
Okay, understood, understood. No worries. I think I have just three more questions. Okay, hope your body can bear with us. All right. Let me just go on to the next one over here. I had a traumatic past relationship and I'm scared to enter a new one. What steps can I take to overcome this fear and move forward? I think you've answered this also in the previous session, but maybe you want to reiterate and explain again. Go ahead.
Of course, of course, of course. Yes. What steps can I take? I mean, the easiest step is to go to therapy. Of course, here I'm just gonna watch for therapy here. But before even you go to therapy, you have to be open to explore the effect of the traumatic past relationship that you've had, right? Explore doesn't just mean talking back about your ex, yeah? That's not exploring. Exploring, bringing back the talk about you. How are you affected of the relationship that you had before? And how has it changed your life now? Right? That is something that you have to acknowledge. So this is the first step actually. And this is actually really great to do before you go into a new relationship. So you don't carry that baggage. Because a lot of people, they think that it's just easy for me to go into a relationship because that person likes me and okay lah, that person, like, let me just go with. But then you carry this baggage. So if you have a traumatic past relationship, please process it first before you go into the relationship. Because of course, with the new relationship that you have, you want to have a healthy life, right? So please do that first. And if it's too much for each process, you can start therapy there. Okay?
Hey, great. Okay, I'll go on to the next one. This one is a bit uh spicy as well. I'll read it out. My coworker sent me hints or signals that she likes me and she wants to kiss me, but she's married. Should I kiss her back? And what are the consequences?
Hmm. I think this is like an internal dilemma. Okay, no worries, no worries. Um, I don't know if you should kiss her back, but think of the consequences. I like the what are the consequences? Think about the consequences, and not think about the consequences as a whole. Like what will happen? Like, for example, like because that person is married, like what if the husband come and punch me in the face? No, don't think about that consequences yet, but think about how it will affect you. Right? This is what people don't really talk about, especially when they start to get into a relationship with the person that has a partner. It would affect you also, yeah, as a human, because you're also human. We cannot forget you, right? Will you be okay? What? Because what if things get really ugly? This happened a lot. Let's just face it. This happened a lot. Are you okay? Because this can also be traumatizing to you, not just to the coworker or to the husband. but also to you. Do you want that to happen? If it's to me, so, I think I can handle it. I'm saying, okay, go ahead. If you think you can handle it, right? But please, again, go back to you. Do you have that strength? This is where you can go back to your attachment style. If you have anxious attachment style, imagine if you have anxious attachment style, you're an anxious person in nature, and then you go into a relationship with a person that has a husband. That's not going to be good for your mental health, isn't it? Yeah. So think about that. Think from that perspective. So probably that are the consequences that you can think about.
Okay, great. Hope this person solves their problem because it's kind of heavy for them.
I hope so too. Yeah.
Okay, I will go on to the last and final one. This question's a bit vague, but shall I move on or shall I wait for them?
Yeah, it is actually a bit vague, but I'll take it as it is, I think.
Yeah.
Shall I move on or shall I wait for them? I don't know, actually. I don't know whether you should move on or shall wait. But let me tell you something here. Do you and this person have a healthy relationship before? And do you think that you can create this with another person? Right? Why? Because this question sounds like you have not moved on. That's why you're asking me this question, right? So this is where you can process first. Probably, I'm assuming probably you have breakup form. Probably, again, I'm assuming things here. So process that breakup first. And probably it's easier for you to answer this question, right? Because sometimes we come from a place where you break up with someone, we always think of that person in a wonderful way, which is not wrong. But we also have to take things objectively. Was the relationship healthy? Was it good for me? Is the breakup necessary? And probably you can answer this question. Yeah. Is there any more question that I need to answer?
No, there's no more questions for that. Okay, I think I can go straight to this. Okay, yeah. One tip from our speaker tonight. One last tip to wrap it up, Tilza. Go ahead.
Okay. One tip from tonight is to get to know yourself in a relationship. Right? I've given you some tips on the 5 love language, and I see there's a workshop, right, about the love language also, which is amazing. And go and do that assessment. Go and get to know your attachment style. Get to know yourself. How are you in a relationship? It's easier for you to navigate a relationship that way.
Yeah. Okay, great. Just give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just to wrap things up, do follow us on our social media. That comes to an end for our session for today. Thank you everyone so much for joining. And if you could, read the message in the chat box. But also, do follow us on our social media, and also do keep updated on our website, letspace.my. You can see our future sessions coming up as well there. If you enjoyed the session, do share with your friends, and hope to see you in our other sessions coming up. And hope to see everyone. Thank you all for joining. Right, hope everyone had a great session, and hopefully you can give us a feedback. And thank you so much for joining us.